Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of What's Cooking Tonight. And today's episode, we are going to do a 10-pound bone-in pork butt. So this weekend I have my fantasy football draft, and I figured I would go ahead and do the food for everyone attending the draft. So we're going to be doing this big pork butt. Never done one that's 10 pounds, never done one with the bone in. So what I did, and I'll add this video in right after this, is I put it in a brine solution yesterday. Left that in the fridge overnight with the pork butt and the brine. And so I put it in, I think, at about 10 p.m. yesterday. And then I just took it out of the brine at around 5 p.m. today. And then what I did is I did my typical mustard slather there. I got some rub on it. The rubs I used today were right here, Two Gringos Chupacabra. And I also did some of the Meat Church Honey Hog Hot Barbecue. So those are the two I did on there. And I don't know if you can really see it on the camera. I can try and zoom in. For the fat layer here, I did like a crosshatch pattern where I cut, I scored the fat in a crisscross pattern there. So I've heard that helps the fat render when you do that crosshatch. So we're going to try that out. We're getting the smoker ready right now, so we will see you out on the smoker after I add in the clip with the brine. All right, see you guys then. Hey guys, here is the pork butt, 10-pound pork butt that we're going to be doing on the smoker tomorrow. So I just wanted to give you a quick shot of the brine here. With some apple juice, some water, and just some random spices, a bay leaf. Stuff like that. Got some onion in there. So we'll soak this overnight. We're going to start smoking it tomorrow evening. And then I think I'm going to, have it on the smoker for a few hours. And then I'm going to finish it off in the oven like overnight. All right. See you tomorrow. All right, guys. We are back. We are out at the smoker. The Fornetto Basso is what we're going to do this on today. So I've got the pork butt all ready here. We're just going to take this lid off. We're going to get our thermometer probe in it, and we're going to put it on the smoker. So the wood we're using today, we are doing a combination of hickory and cherry. I've got mostly hickory on there, and we've got one piece of cherry. Just going to get my probe in nice and good here. Alright, got it in. We're going to go fat side up. Looks pretty good. So the plan here, get the lid back on. The plan is we're going to do this on the smoker, for as long as it takes before I got to wrap it. So right now, it's about 5:30, maybe close to 6. So we're going to do this, as long as we need, maybe up until midnight, whatever. And then when we wrap it, I'm going to put it in the oven so I don't have to deal with it overnight. We're just going to let it cook in the oven overnight. And then I'm going to hold it, at a nice lower temp to rest it once it's done in the oven. So we will update you when we do like a check-in here in a few hours. We might give it a spray with some apple cider vinegar. So we will see you then. All right, guys, we are back. It's been 4 hours, just about 4 hours. I put it on at 5:30. It's 9:30 right now. I'm going to take my first peek at it. I didn't mention before, I've been trying to cook this around 250. So I'd say my smoker's been keeping it at like between 250 or 265. So it's been somewhere in there the whole time for these 4 hours. So let's take a look at it, and we're probably going to do a little bit of a spritz of apple cider vinegar here. Comes the reveal. Oh man, that looks pretty damn good. Let's do a quick little zoom in here. Yeah, not bad. The fat's looking good on the outside. So let me zoom out just a little, and I think we're gonna spray just to make sure this guy stays moist. All right, well, I'd say that's looking good. I'm going to keep it on here until it reaches, I think, around 170. Right now, it's at 136. So, who knows? Like I said, it's 9:30 right now. I might keep this on until midnight or a little later. Then we're going to wrap it up and put it in the oven. So, we'll kick it back here when we are ready to take it off and ready to wrap it. See you then. All right, guys, we are ready to wrap this pork butt. So to give you a time check, it has been 7.5 hours since I put this thing on the smoker. I've had it probably closer to 250 the entire time. The temperature that it's sitting at right now, the pork butt, is 160. So it's a little early to, like, maybe a tad early to wrap, but I'm having some trouble maintaining the temp of my smoker, and I'm ready to get to bed. So we want to get this in the oven. Wrap it up, get it in the oven. Whenever it's done, hits around that 200 mark, we'll check for tenderness, and then we'll probably, hold it in the oven at a really low temp, like 150, so that we can hold this till ready to serve it. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm only going to put a few things on here. I'm going to put a little bit of this Lily's Smoky Barbecue Sauce. Then I'm going to touch it up with a little bit more rub. All right, we're gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna wrap this up in some foil, keep the probe in it, and then we'll cut back to the video here whenever it's done in the foil and we're ready to check it out. See you then. Hey guys, I just wanted to show you a quick picture of the finished pork butt. We'll have a video after this in a second that'll show you it all shredded up. But just wanted to point out, this turned out amazing. So two of the things that I did that I haven't done before that I think helped is one of them was I put it in this Pyrex dish, like as you can see. Like typically I usually just wrap it in foil and like leave it on the smoker. And a lot of the juices I think leak out. I guess it depends, on how well you wrap the foil, but I feel like when you have it in a dish like this, all that juice just sits in there and it like allows it to reabsorb into the pork butt. So that was awesome. When I went to shred this, it was so tender that like the meat claws I was using went right through it and just splashed juice all over me. So it was like, way more tender than I was expecting. The other item that I think helped a lot is I rested this for a long time, like longer than I normally would. And the reason for that is I started smoking it at 5:30 p.m. It didn't get done until like 4:30 in the morning, the next day. And so what I did is once I hit that time at 4:30 and the pork butt was at 200 degrees, I just put my oven down to like 150 degrees, and just held the pork butt there until I was ready to serve it. And so I think that long rest time at that low temp really help with the tenderness too. All right, well, I just wanted to give you that review. I'll let you see the video in the next clip and you can see it all shredded up and see how it turned out. Hey guys, doing a quick video here of the pork butt. So this total took about 11 hours to cook. I put it in at 5:30 p.m. And then it was done the next day, or the next night, early morning at 4:30. So it almost went 12 hours. It was a 10-pound pork butt, like 10 pounds exactly. And so what I did is once it hit the temp of around 200, I put the oven down at like 150 and just held it there until I was ready to serve it. So it's super tender, came out really good. So there it is, the 10-pound pork butt on the Fornetto Basso.